Hey guys, Lord Tamerlane back with more Obscurities and Miniatures, and today we're back with Kingdom Death, and lo and behold, a male model. And no, not the old Undertone song, which I've always liked. An actual, honest-to-goodness, male gendered, or at least identifyingly male, gendered model for Kingdom Death. This comes to us from the Death High line. This is the Death High Preacher, and ooh, I actually got a first run in a while. It seems like every single time there is a new model released on Kingdom Death, I'm either in a super important meeting at work or I'm on vacation. So people online have suggested I go to more meetings and go on vacation more often, and I'm perfectly fine with both of those, I think, because it keeps me out of my usual everyday doldrums. So anyway, I got number 300. That's kind of cool. I don't know why, but he reminds me of Gino or whatever the dude's name is from One Punch Man. Why? I don't know. So nice postcard. Let's look at the actual model. I've said it before, maybe you haven't seen it, and maybe you have, and maybe you just don't care, but I'm going to say it again. So these Death High models are all kind of reimaginings of Kingdom Death models if they were filtered through an anime high school slice of life lens. So really cool cast. That's all one part. I love the dangly cigarette. Gotta have a school bag. Looks like I'm going to need a little bit of cleanup there. I'm actually surprised that the bag and hand are all one part. That's kind of a rarity, yet the other leg is a severed piece. Coolest thing is we've got a bald-headed kid who is in need of some cleanup there, but he's going to go and attach himself to the base. Now there's an interesting little mark here on the leg. I don't know if that's like he's supposed to latch on like that. The fact that it's a bald kid reminds me of Saitama as well. So yeah, a little bit of cleanup here, but these are all photo resin. So they're not produced the traditional, hand casted resin. These are actually all 3D printed of all things with resin, but can I open the bag? The bag is not photo resin, despite its reluctance to open its goodies inside. So yeah, a little bit of cleanup is necessary. I've had to clean the photo resin models a lot more often than I actually have the traditional resin models. But on the other hand, they're still pretty sharply cast. Yeah, I love the ripped jeans. I'm not sure what those are supposed to be. Oh, he's got like some monk beads or something on his belt there. Akuma beads. I don't know what they're called. I'll have to ask the family. Anyway, pretty cool sculpt. I wonder how he stacks up. So I've got my witch hunter friend here. So obviously he's drastically bigger. I don't know. I'm going to have to find a use for this guy. So as a preacher, he's got his big honking hammer. About the same size as our messenger there. Are you taller than our Twilight Knight? By just a tad. What's up, lady? Anyway, you get the idea. Should be pretty simple to paint. Not a whole lot of parts. Just be aware, you are going to have a little bit of cleanup. I think it goes like so. I'll play around with it. Anyway, I'm going to run and grab those clippers and glue, and we will be back and see what he's looking like in just a moment. All right, we got our Death High Preacher all built up. Not that it was that complicated. Actually spent more time probably cleaning him up than I did actually gluing him. I mean, honestly, it was the arm, the leg, and then there is our Saitama-looking friend here, who I noticed has a big pile of coins behind him. That was kind of interesting. I could not figure out which direction he's actually supposed to be laying. There is a foot indentation here, and then there's another indentation there, and you can see I didn't really do the best job of cleaning off all those little leftover, I don't know what they're called, spurs from the 3D printing process. I believe he's supposed to actually have his foot on his head like so, and then the back of his leg kind of locks in like that. But we're just going to take a look at him. Again, I really like the casting job. I did a sloppy job gluing him, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because once he's got the primer on him, you'll never know the difference. Again, pretty impressed that his hand, man bag, and everything is all one piece. Still haven't figured out if he is supposed to be kind of doing the Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, or he's just beating the kid up for his lunch money. I don't know. Very nice to see this model. I really like the look of it. And just the sheer fact that it's a male figure in the very predominantly female Kingdom Death line is always a nice little touch. And the fact that it's a cool looking model helps as well. How does he stack up with other models, though? So I've got him on a typical Kingdom Death base, and obviously I am trying to finagle him into standing correctly with his victim underneath there. Close enough. So next to a typical GW figure, he's obviously a lot bigger. These are more closer to 32 millimeter or larger than they are anything else. With a typical Marine, oh gosh. Come on, man. Work with me here. You just don't want to stand up anymore, do you? Let's see if our witch hunter friend can help prop him up. Ah, that works. Sort of, kind of. Alright, I was... So our Marine obviously is quite diminutive as well. Grabbing a random privateer figure. I mean, because honestly, I don't know what you're going to use these Death High figures for outside of just as random Kingdom Death survivors. They're even going to be hard-pressed with that, considering the level of technology and clothing. I grabbed a more recent Kingdom Death figure because, as I said in an earlier video, my leg at the moment is healing, and it's not very fun climbing the stairs when I've got like 15 staples holding it together. So even our privateer press, as I get back on track, is a little bit smaller. And here is our Easter Aya. And you can see, even she's close. Usually I've noticed the resins, and especially the photo resins, are a little bit smaller, but they seem to be kind of matching up a little bit better as, I guess, the Kingdom Death people get more comfortable with the use of the photo resin material. There was a bit more cleanup than you would expect with, say, a plastic model or any of the resin models as well, but overall, it wasn't that hard, it wasn't that challenging, and I find it very cathartic and fun. But maybe I'm just crazy, you know, who's to say. I also can't tell if there's a little bit still on his cigarette or if that's supposed to be the ashes, because it works either way. Same thing with the hair. I'm not sure if all these little bristles are supposed to be part of his mohawk or if they're actually just little casting gates that need to get fixed. Either way, kind of works. So overall, quite happy with it. Bear in mind that these, you should not be paying too exorbitant amounts online via third-party sellers. And one of the nice things is, as of me filming this, the Kingdom Death web shop has just re-released all of the Kingdom Death High models. So if you're interested in any of them, now's the time to pick them up. Obviously, they don't have the cool and flashy, you know, first run collector's edition cards, but you know, is it really worth this extra piece of cardboard? Some of you may, not even cardboard, just paper, cardstock, that's the word I'm looking for. It may be to some of you, but to most of you, honestly, I wouldn't really stress on it. I wouldn't really worry about it, and I definitely don't feel it's worth the ridiculous exorbitant prices that people love to charge online. Get it through the store, help support the company. You buying the stuff from them is going to make sure that I hopefully get my wave for pinups even sooner, because I really want them. And for some reason, I keep really churning through a lot of these pinups that they release. I eagerly anticipate all of these releases. So keep them coming, Adam Poots. Keep them coming, Kingdom Death. Keep them coming, Obscurities and Miniatures subscribers, because I'm going to keep plugging away. That said, as I said it myself, Obscurities and Miniatures, seeing you later. Hi, Lord Tamerlane. Looking just like our preacher friend, maybe minus the cigarette, because that ain't good for you. But yeah, it's just such a similar likeness. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.